fly away.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Airline UK Freakouts on Arthur TV. First up, we're at Bristol Airport where the Edinburgh flight is boarding, but not all the passengers have made it.
I think we're going to get a few of these tonight, Angel.
Excuse me. We were told if we were here half an hour before, we could get on the flight. We were here well over half an hour before, and they've told us now we can't get on. The plane's still out there. We were there as time specified.
Who am I talking to? This one or this one?
Well, we're both on the same flight. As long as we can get on the flight, it doesn't
deal
matter.
with this passenger first. If you just wait.
So then we're going to miss our flight altogether. Thanks ever so much. That's very, very clever.
That's the urgency. Give them the urgency.
The flight closed at 5:30. We were there.
And we were there, and she's saying she shouted. She has not shouted.
Yes,
We've been
she
stood
has.
there.
She has shouted.
We've been stood there since before 7 o'clock.
What's your surname?
Mark Smith is desperate to get his son's girlfriend on the flight.
So we'll miss our flight then.
You've already missed it, sir.
Absolutely unreal. Never seen such in all my life. So you heard her shout from over here, but we didn't hear her shout stood right in
Yes, I
front
did,
of
because
her.
I actually rang and asked her to shout. She
So
then
how
rang
can we
me
not
back.
hear? We're stood right there. We've been
She
stood
then-
there since 1 minute to 7.
What do you want me to do about that?
My passenger was here at 1 minute to 7. Stood there in
It was
that
1
line.
minute
They
past,
never
you
shouted
just
to me.
said. You just said it was 1
No, I
minute
never
past.
said 1 minute past. Record the bloody camera there. 1 minute to.
If you shout me once more, I would close this desk.
Just
You
get her
can-
on the flight.
I will not. I cannot get her on the flight, sir.
The flight's
Check-in
out
closed.
there. Why can't she get on the flight?
Just check-in closed at 5:30.
And we were here.
If
You
were
have
here-
failed to do your duty.
No,
They
I
have failed
have
to
not.
do theirs.
No, we haven't.
This is just utter. I mean, she's only got a bloody little bag. She can just walk out there and get on the plane. It's there.
She cannot walk on a plane, sir, because to get on a plane you need a boarding pass. And get a boarding pass, you need to be here in time for check-in.
And we were.
And they were calling forward
No,
because I
they
made
weren't.
them do the thing. I'm not going to argue with you, sir.
To be fair, he did say 1 minute to, and if they were there on time, this freakout is pretty justified. If I were the girl in this situation, I reckon I'd be more embarrassed by her boyfriend's flare trousers.
What's she supposed to do now? I mean, I've driven like 200 miles to get her here. What, you know, I've got to be at work tomorrow. She's supposed to be at work in Scotland tomorrow. Her parents are waiting in Scotland for her tomorrow. It's a joke.
Over in Liverpool, EasyJet's second biggest base, we have a new nationality on this airline freakout series, an Aussie. Passenger services agent Craig Mills is facing a tense situation.
Mate, it's honestly, I've got to be on this flight. If I don't get on this flight, I'll be spewing.
Carla Middleton is late for the Nice check-in because of heavy traffic. She needs to get to a job interview in the south of France, so Craig is ringing through to dispatch, who will decide whether or not she can go.
The flight goes in 15 minutes. What a day.
Okay, they can't accept you onto the flight.
I have to go.
Can't, I'm afraid.
I have to go, mate. I have to go. I have to go. I've been travelling since 10 to 8 this morning. I have to go.
You can't let you. I'm afraid they've actually boarded the flight
I've
now.
come all this way from Newcastle,
understand that.
mate,
I
and I've got a
understand.
job interview. I have to go. Please help me.
Can't, there's nothing I can do.
Give me the phone. I want to speak to them right now. Give me the
But they're
phone.
not going to speak to you.
Mate, I have to go. What can you do then? Please, it's got 15 minutes.
But with the passengers already boarding, that may not be enough time. If dispatch say no, there's not really much Craig can do about that. Given she's got an important job interview, she really should have been planning to get to the airport a few hours early anyway, so I think this one's on her. Next up, we're back at Luton. Now, airports are a funny place. The rules of modern society just don't seem to apply. You've got people sleeping on the floor, spooning their belongings, others paying £9 for a meal deal, and some chinning pints in the early hours of the morning. But Graham Sinclair, who was waiting for the delayed 4 PM flight to Glasgow, is adamant that the new departure screen in the bar is at fault.
I went into the bar and just sat, ordered a pint, and I was looking at the screen, and it still says expected time 17:55. And then all of a sudden the screen changes and says like no boarding gate 14. So I left that in my pint, walked upstairs and looked at the screen and it says closed.
You know what I'm hearing, Mark? Pour me. Pour me. Pour me another drink.
But with the screens apparently urging people to stay in the bar until the flight has departed, it's not long before another passenger misses her flight too.
She's saying basically that they didn't put the screens on final call, which they always do. It does it automatically.
I was watching that screen all the time. So it went from go to gate 16 to gate close.
All my colleagues who have spoken to me about yourself, they have been telling me that the screens did say that the gate was boarding. And
No, it did not. I can promise you it did not. Are you calling me a liar?
I never said that.
Well, you are, basically, aren't you?
No, those words.
You're basically calling me a liar. No, you've told me that what I've told you is not true. So you're basically calling me a liar.
With the next flight to Nice fully booked, things aren't looking good.
All I can do for you is transfer your flight tomorrow morning.
I want to be on the flight tonight.
You cannot get on the flight tonight. There is not one available seat.
And when the flight is not full because people don't turn up, what will you do?
Nothing.
Well, I think you should do something for me.
I can't do anything for you when people have brought
Right, I'm a journalist and you'll be. I will write up about how bad behaved you guys have been because, quite frankly, it's crap. You're going to put me on flight 9 o'clock tomorrow morning?
I thought you just said Airline was crap.
Can you get me a manager?
I can do, but he'll say exactly the
same. Can you get me a manager?
Yeah, I can. If you just
good.
Give me a minute.
Get him now.
Back in Bristol, Mark and his son's girlfriend Jennifer are moving in for round 2.
You don't have a supervisor anywhere. You have a supervisor anywhere or manager for your company.
That's upstairs boarding, so you would have to wait until...
She's actually what, sorry?
She's upstairs boarding the Edinburgh flight, so you'd have to wait till about 8 o'clock. It's absolutely fine. Unfortunately, it's gone off now, so if he does come back, he'll have to pay £25 for a new ticket.
With Jennifer's job on the line, the only real option is for her to put her pride to one side and transfer onto tomorrow's flight.
You depart at 7, it gets there at 8:20.
Please help to reduce security.
I'm having to check into a hotel like near the airport and get a taxi there tomorrow. Like I start work at 1, and so I'll be there on time. But it's like I would have been there definitely on time if I was got the flight tonight. And it's just I don't know, it's just really annoyed me and it's annoyed like a lot of people.
You're dealing with one passenger being all nice, you're trying to do your best for them, and you've got someone shouting from the other side. The passenger you're dealing with is getting a bit agitated. There's not really a lot we can do. I only have one system, I can only do one thing at a time. It's horrible. I just stand there and shake.
Over at the EasyJet desk, Lindy Adlam and Graham Sinclair are still blaming the bar departure screens for failing to show up at the departure gate, so EasyJet chief Matt Sherwood is called upon to sort the situation out.
I understand you were in the bar and you missed the final call to the gate?
Why the hell should I go and sit in some poxy gate when you're not even going to be taking off for another 2 or 3 hours?
Okay, can I just bring you to the point that it did say on there, go to gate 16.
Of course it says go to gate 16.
But you didn't go.
No, I didn't go because the other people are saying.
What can we expect you to do?
The other people are saying final call.
Yeah, and
when it says final call, you run, you go.
Well, if you choose to do that, then you run the risk of being offloaded, which you have.
Absolutely bollocks.
There's a child right behind you. Can you not swear?
Bollocks is not a swear word.
Quite, but the exact same situation.
Your computer system is screwed.
Expected time, it says 16:55. Now, all of a sudden the screen changes and says boarding gate 14. Now, I left downstairs, went upstairs, and it says upstairs gate closed. An explanation would be lovely.
Tensions are running high and Matt's not getting anywhere. If only those few pints had calmed the passengers down as much as they did for this guy.
I mean, I'm pretty chilled out about this, actually. I've had 5 pints of Guinness and my wife's just left me for another man. I can't mention her name. Jackie, I'm sorry about that. So, actually, the fact that it's a 4-hour delay on a flight doesn't bother me.
Even though Jackie's never made an appearance on the show, she's now the passenger I dislike most in the series. You deserve better, Guinness man. With no simple solution in sight, Lindy appeals to Matt's softer side.
I'm now going to miss a night with my daughter. I have very precious time with my daughter, and it's not fair.
Oh, no, don't get yourself upset.
No, I am upset, because you don't care.
I do care.
No, you don't care. You could get me on the next flight, but you don't care. I have a small child who's dying to see me.
Okay.
I work so hard for my living.
Back in 10 minutes.
Still getting nowhere, Matt goes to the bar to check the mystery screens. Back in Liverpool, Carla's still not happy with her mates over in dispatch.
We can transfer you onto the flight tomorrow. I can't, I've got nowhere to stay. I got robbed in Spain last week and I've got no money and I've got a job interview. Please help me. I'm not joking, guys. Give me the phone.
I can't. They won't speak.
Please.
They'll only tell you what they've told me.
Where are they? Give me my passport. Where are they?
What's your passport?
Where are they?
They're over the other side. You won't be able to get over there anyway.
I can't sleep in the airport for 24 hours, please.
I'm afraid.
I've got nowhere to stay. No, you don't understand it. You're from this country. I don't even have relatives or anyone here.
You're going to speak to me like that when it's
But it's not fair. You didn't even try for me.
You feel sorry for them to a certain extent, but when they start swearing at you, and that's when you just think if that's what they're going to be like, then get it, like, you know what I mean?
The only option left is for Carla to fly to Nice tomorrow. On the upside, at least she now has time to update her CV. Probably a good idea to take time management out of the skills section. Back in Luton, Matt is checking the bar's departure screens. They work on a strict sequential system, with the last 3 commands being boarding at gate, final call, and lastly gate closed.
I've just gone and compared both screens, the one that was in the bar and the one that's in the main food court, and they're both running in sync and they're both showing exactly the same information. So all I can assume then is that passengers have had some confusion with what they managed to see in the time they looked at the screens.
With the screens in the bar seemingly working fine, Graham has probably just confused his delayed flight to Glasgow with the next Glasgow flight, which was departing on time just 30 minutes later. And Matt has a diplomatic explanation for Lindy.
All I'm saying is your strategy of boarding flights, those 2 or 3 minutes will cost you a flight.
You're telling me it's my fault?
It's not a fault thing, it's just the strategy you chose has failed you today. I'm sympathetic to her, the fact that she had a child in Nice, but at the end of the day, she had made that mistake herself.
With nothing more that can be done, the 2 passengers agree to be moved to the next available flights.
The night is knackered, really. I had a meal booked for 7:30 this evening, so it's pointless now.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably have to stay somewhere locally and fly tomorrow morning.
That is, unfortunately, all we have time for today. I wish I could tell you what happened to this guy, but unfortunately, this is the only time he appeared on Airline. So, Guinness man, wherever you are, I hope you're living your best life, and I hope that Jackie now realises what a terrible mistake she's made. You deserve better, my friend. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to leave a like and hit subscribe if you haven't already. The links to my Instagram and Twitter will be down below, as well as the arthurtv.shop link, where you can get your very own merch, from divvy jumpers to what would St. Leo do mugs and teas. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.